And that takes the Sandhurst side on to 12-10-82. Golden Square 11-7-73. After the kick out, Dylan Marks drives toward the centre. Blorfus and Elkington comes to the ground. Big Billy Nelder going for a run this time. Fires the hand pass to Lenigan. He gets it to Shane Hartney. Walsh drops what he should have taken. Butters up well. Then tackled. Oh, too high, calls the umpire.
Very lucky Kevin Walsh. Very lucky Sandhurst to get out of that one. Big Bill Nolder played it like a rover that time. Charger knocks away from Collins, and Stephen Road evades an opponent on the far wing.
He's a great player, Stephen Road. He's on top of Pollock in this quarter, and he's found Michael Lenigan. I can't work out what they're doing with Rodder this quarter. He's in a ruck roving role, I think, or possibly in a stopping role across that half back line. Michael Lenigan will have a shot here, but it's off the side of the boot, and the Golden Square are quite pleased with that one as they see it sail straight over the fence on the full.
20 minutes gone in the third term, and Sandhurst 12-10 to Golden Square 11 goals 7. A poor kick from Michael Lenigan.
Very poor kick indeed, Alan, for a player of his experience, who's tipped to go to a VFL club next year. That should have been right up into the teeth of goals.
I'm sure Golden Square supporters expected it to be, and it was a great sigh of relief, and Bronx cheers for Lenigan when the ball sailed right over the fence. We've got a great grand final on our hands. Golden Square will be coming home with the aid of a slight breeze. Very warm springtime day in Bendigo. Fitness is going to tell. Players will be tired. Broadcasters will be tired too as it goes out there toward the grandstand side on the half-forward flank for Sandhurst. Kerwin was the flyer. He punched it toward the boundary line, and it will be thrown in with the Dragons holding a narrow lead, and Greg Hull has kicked 6 of their 12 majors. It has been a sensation down there for them. Free kick with a ruck infringement here will go Alan Patterson's way against Hugh Gary Kerwin, and Patterson to take the kick. Drives around the grandstand wing. Paul Rodder sets himself here with Belsar. Ball punched away by Jones, came toward Billy Nalder. He couldn't pick up on that occasion. Patterson's in there too for the Golden Square side. Or was it Blorfus? It was, but not too much happening there. And the lump of leather will be sent into the turf again, and the umpire calls for the bounce. Billy Nalder goes up. Shepherded out that time by Brian Coughlin. Bow does the roving. He drives towards centre half forward. Good mark taken here by Noel Dillon. And that familiar sight as he burst out of defence with a shocking kick, and Elkington takes the mark. Elkington kicks the ball straight back from whence it came. Collins was in front of Davey. Davey playing a good stopping role as Hull knocks it out toward Brian Coughlin, and Frankie Coughlin going in. Now Kevin Walsh picks up, and he chips the pass across, and Sandhurst can raffle this. Oh, and Maloney and Gooch have missed out, and I'd say, Richard, they can count themselves very lucky.
Very lucky, because the ball was in Gooch's hand for a time, and then in Maloney's hands, and umpire Rod Threlfall has given the mark to Maloney, but there's a few Bronx cheers coming from this side of the ground. I'll bet there's some from the other.
Yes, I saw that 3 players had hold of that ball before the umpire blew his whistle, but Brendan Maloney's already kicked 1 goal this afternoon in the grand final, going in from centre half forward. There's his kick. It's a high one. Umpire right underneath it, and it's a goal. A great lifting goal there to Sandhurst. Maloney kicks his 2nd goal, and Sandhurst retained the lead here in the BFL grand final of 83. Well, an interesting decision by umpire Threlfall there, Richard.
Well, it's a very, very controversial decision, that one, because I thought Bradley Gooch had his hands on the ball for some short time. Then Brendan Maloney appeared to scoop it away, but Threlfall's closer than us, I suppose, and he's the man that's paid to do that job.
Well, it's on the scoreboard, Richard, and there's a diamond infringement going Sandhurst's way, and Billy Nalder's saying, I'll go long, fellows.
He's
and
playing a great game.
There's the torpedo looking for Collins, but Charger Davey, who's in my book one of Golden Square's best players, has taken the mark. Great leadership from Davey as he fires into the centre. It's Coughlin and Belsar. Brian Coughlin recovers better, but Belsar lays a great tackle on, goes toward Jones and Pickering. Pickering bursts through. Sandhurst are looking the more determined at the moment, but Pickering nailed on that occasion.
Well, wants to go on with it, Pickering too. Wants to go on with it, and he's given away 15. You could term that a frustration 15.
Cole Faulkner drives toward full forward. Big flyers wanted. They haven't been there for Golden Square this quarter, but the umpires pulled out a mark out of all that one. Goodness gracious me, I don't know where he got that from, but it's going to be Golden Square to take the kick, and Alan Patterson. Well, Al, what did you think of that one?
Oh, well, Patterson was playing in front, so the umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt that was there.
Ball drops in the goal square. Golden Square in front, no mark. Bow comes down with it. Goes to Hartney, and Hartney drives around that outer half-back flank now, and Chris Pollock is the player to meet the ball first in front of Stephen Road. He drives across now toward half forward. Frankie Coughlin goes up. He gets it over toward Bradley Gooch, and Gooch has got the mark, and Gooch is going for a run. Away he goes, drives toward half forward. In there is David Collins. Michael Lenigan's tackled beautifully by Rodder. And the tackling of this game.
Good tackle, Paul Rodder. Put the tackle right on him, and there was no way that Michael Lenigan was getting him past. Interesting too to see that right here on the boundary line is the Sandhurst full forward David Collins. He's right up here with with Peter Charger Davey. What the situation is, I don't know. Maybe he's been told to run him round a bit.
Well, I see Kerwin up there in the goal square, so perhaps they're resting Kerwin for the final quarter as Brian Coughlin gets the run of the ball now. He's had one bounce. He's on the outer side. He'll fire toward the goal square. Big Alan Patterson's got the set here, but the man in front, Golden Square anyway, and there's certainly been a good mark pulled down. Looks like Greg Williams from here. We'll just wait till he turns around. Or is it Johnny Williams, Richard?
I think it's Johnny Williams. Yes, it is.
And Johnny
Williams has got the ball.
He's only 10 metres out. And he's snuck it home, I think. No,
he's missed it.
That's his second miss from out in front of goals today, and Johnny Williams, he hasn't got his goal-kicking boot on for sure today. We're approaching the time on mark here in the grand final with Sandhurst 13-10, Golden Square 11 goals 8. It's going to be a great finish.
We're in the third term as Noel Belsar plays on now from the kick out and has got plenty of time to come around onto his favoured left foot now and send a left foot torpedo right down the outer wing. It's Faulkner leading in the race for the ball. In there too was Maloney for the Sandhurst side. Frankie Coughlin's there as well. The ball's right down in front of our broadcasting position. And Alan, the feature of this game has been the tackling, especially in this third term. It's been fierce.
I think Sandhurst have really come out fired up after a half-time speech from Dennis O'Hare, and they are the more aggressive side in this third term of the grand final.
Yes, I agree with that free kick there. Paul Bowe had his hand on Lee Gallagher's side, or his in the kidney area, and that was a definite free. Good pass to Brian Coughlin.
Well, Coughlin's got it at centre half forward. He's 65 metres out. Fires a long one looking for Big Alan Patterson again. He made good position or had the hands on the ball. Comes to the ground. Big Alan lays a beautiful tackle on that Sandhurst player in Shane Hartney. But the umpire deemed it a push, and he got the hand pass away toward Pickering, who drives it out the outer side of the ground now where Brendan Maloney takes the ball. He got the hand pass to Bradley Gooch, and away goes the runner. And a little bit of a to-do behind play between Mel Cowling and Elkington too, thank you.
They don't mind a bit of business, those two, either.
No, you're quite right. As it comes back now from the Golden Square defence, Paul Bowe leads in the race for the ball. In there too was Greg Williams. And the umpires pulled out a kick to the Mickelson medal winner.
Yes, Went did that well, I thought. It was right in there looking for that free from the moment Paul Bowe tried to get past.
Well, Greg Williams has got the ball, defensive side of centre for the square. They trailed by just 14 points in the grand final. Flyers wanted Brian Coughlin's the man with the ball when it hit the ground. He fires it to the running Alan Patterson, who dodges around Storer, gives it back to Coughlin, and Coughlin's got time now to fire into the goal square. And the lever from the back is Johnny Williams. Jones butters up well, misses what he should have taken. Beautifully shepherded for by Johnny Williams. Fires the hand pass to Alan. Alan fires it home, and I'd say that was your goal, Johnny Williams, because your shepherding there to allow Jones a free passage was beautiful to watch.
Yes, very good play indeed. Where the Sandhurst backman was that's supposed to be picking up Vic Allen, none of us know. But excellent play indeed by Golden Square, and my word, they're forging right back into this game.
Golden Square.
They've got the wind in that last quarter. 13 goals, 10, 88. Sandhurst to 12 goals, 8, 80. And the grand final and a half we've got on our hand here today, Alan.
My word, it's going to be a great grand final as Warren Wigmore sends the ball into the ground once again.
Third term, time on. Sandhurst lead narrowly. Nalder got the tap away to Frankie Coughlin. Coughlin can chase out of the centre now. He's out in front of Noel Dillon, who butters up better. Michael Lenigan chips in. Here's danger. Came toward Blavey. There's a scramble down there. Bowe goes in for Sandhurst. And there'll be a ball up at centre half forward. The breeze blowing to the city end. It's going to favour Golden Square in the final term. And as those legs get weary, that wind will seem like a 10 or 12 goal breeze, I'm sure. Mark McAvale there held on to after he took the ball out of the air, but had no chance whatever to get rid of it. And we're going to see a bounce here now between centre half forward and full forward. Sandhurst in attack and leading by just 8 points. Sarah not far away. Nalder taps it down. Kent Ward was challenging strongly there for the Sandhurst side. Hull came out with the ball, but the umpire's not going to give Sandhurst the benefit of the doubt here. He said the Golden Square player didn't have time to get rid of it. And it's a bounce again. Charger Davey gets it to Rodder. And Rodder chips in a little pass toward Pollock, but Stephen Road, who's on top in that wing, has taken the good mark.
Yes, Stephen Road done well over there for the game. Pollock's done the odd useful thing or two, but I'd say on the whole game and full, it's it's Stephen Rhodes' ball game over that side. He's passed it accurately over there, and the player with the ball is Mark McAvale, I think, Shane, isn't
No,
it?
it's Gary Kerwin, actually.
Beg your pardon, Gary Kerwin.
Yes, and Kerwin will have the shot here. It was a beautiful lead and a beautiful pass that time. And we saw Lenigan lead there, but Kerwin fancies himself onto his favourite right foot. He pulls the ball back around with the breeze. It's going to land on the goal line. Charger Davey thumps it through for a point as Alan Besley checks scores late in time on in the third term.
Yes, we've been playing nearly 4 minutes into time on in the third quarter with Sandhurst 13 goals 11 to Golden Square 12 goals 8.
Well, we couldn't have asked for a better grand final. It's had everything. As Cole Faulkner prepares to kick out now, he looks for Adlam. Nalder punches away, comes to the ground. Hull's got the chance. Goes now toward Collins. Here's danger. He puts it high into the air. Big flyers wanted. Kerwin had the front berth. Kenny Smith does the spoiling. Comes to the ground. Maloney leads in the race for the ball with Faulkner. Ball beats all players to the boundary line. And it's going to be thrown in now with Sandhurst deep in attack and looking for a goal at the end of this vital third term, which they've had the better of. Throw in now. Adlam punches.
Big Percy Adlam straight out of bounds.
The captain of the
good
square.
one.
He punched straight for the boundary line, Richard.
That's okay. That saves a second or two, doesn't it?
Certainly, and a goal here to Sandhurst would be a real lifter. Golden Square realising they're right within touch at the moment. As Welsh plucks it out now and kicks up toward Greg Hull. All over the back was Greg Williams punching away. Came to Charger Davey. He drove back toward the centre where Gooch butters up well. Gooch drives to full forward or bounces over all players. Here's danger. Cole Faulkner has had the foresight right on the siren to punch it through for a point. As Alan Besley checks three-quarter time scores in what promises to be a terrific BFL grand final now with the last quarter coming up.
My word, Golden Square to kick with the breeze in the final term, but at three-quarter time here, Sandhurst 13 goals 12. They lead Golden Square 12 goals 8. Richard, a couple of thoughts on how you saw Sandhurst come back in that third term.
Well,